What's up YouTube, Jeff back again, and today we're continuing our coverage of the OnePlus 7 Pro. Today I have a really big one for you guys. This is my comparison of the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Galaxy S10 Plus. Today I'm going to talk about 5 reasons you might still want to consider Samsung's 2019 flagship over the more affordably priced OnePlus 7 Pro. So we're going to get into that as usual. I have a little pen comment below with the actual text list that has all the reasons and things like that. Before we do get into that, today I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and it's actually a really personal one for me. The sponsor of today's video is .site domains. .site domains are a great place to get a website for your blog, your YouTube channel, whatever it is that you do, your business. And it's actually personal to me because I'm redesigning my website this summer, and I've decided to go with a .site domain. It's going to be dopetechdaily.site. So that's a little inside baseball, a little inside information for you guys for watching the video. You see the new site name right there. This is going to be the new banner for YouTube when it goes live later this summer. They've partnered with me and sponsored the video to give a 50% discount code to anyone interested in getting themselves a new website for their business, blog, etc. You can head to the link in the description and use the discount code DOPETechDaily, again, to save 50% today. I hope you guys will visit it and check it out so you can support the channel. I really appreciate it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the comparison. So today, OnePlus 7 Pro versus the Galaxy S10 Plus. The very first reason that you might consider the Galaxy S10 Plus over the OnePlus 7 Pro is battery life. Now, I know some people have talked about this, and I've mentioned a little bit on Twitter, but they both have very similar batteries, even though the Galaxy S10 Plus is actually substantially thinner. It actually feels smaller in hand. It actually is smaller in every dimension than the OnePlus 7 Pro, but the OnePlus 7 Pro has a slightly smaller battery at 4,000 milliamp hours versus the 4,100 milliamp hours in the Galaxy S10 Plus. Of course, that doesn't really mean anything in practical applications, but with daily usage, screen on time, things like that, I'm averaging about 5 hours screen on time on the OnePlus 7 Pro, where I get about 6.5 to 7 hours screen on time on my Galaxy S10 Plus. That's a substantial difference in screen on time overall. So I'd have to say, if you want battery life, if you really care about that great battery life, you should go with the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, I will have a full battery life review of the OnePlus 7 Pro very soon for those of you guys who are interested, who want to know exactly what kind of battery life you can expect with this device on day-to-day usage like LTE, Wi-Fi, etc. So stay tuned for that, and we'll talk about that more in the next video. So let's move on to the next reason you might consider the Galaxy S10 Plus over the OnePlus 7 Pro, and that's actually found on the bottom of the device right here. You'll notice that the Galaxy S10 Plus does indeed have a 3.5mm headphone jack, whereas the OnePlus 7 Pro does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, for everyone else out there, this is not necessarily a huge deal, but for some audiophiles, this could be a really big problem. If you have wired headphones that you spend a lot of money on, and now you want to buy a nice smartphone, you're going to want to keep that 3.5mm headphone jack. It's a very simple reason, but it is something that's important. Now, continuing with the same theme, the third reason is something that also has to do with the body of the devices as well. The Galaxy S10 Plus has an official IP rating for submersion, water, dust resistance, things like that, whereas the OnePlus 7 Pro does not. Now, I'm aware that OnePlus did say they tested some of these things inside of, water and tested to make sure that it actually can handle a little bit of submersion, but that's not the same as having an official IP rating. And if your phone does get wet, OnePlus is not going to cover that and not going to have sort of any sympathy for you. Whereas if you do get your phone wet for a limited amount of time, you can have some success with Samsung customer service because it does have that official IP rating. I've actually known some people who've had success before in getting their phone replaced or getting a discount on a replacement. So that IP certification is important for a lot of people, especially if during the summer you like going to the beach, you like being around water. That's something that you might really care about and be interested in. The next thing is the camera. So I talked about this a little bit, and I've talked about the Galaxy S10 Plus camera at length, and I talked a little bit about in my first video how I wasn't really impressed with the camera on the OnePlus 7 Pro. That's still the case. In low light situations, I found that this camera is not that great, and also I found that it's a little soft in portraits and things like that. You can see here in this low light photo in my bedroom that I took this photo, it's just not that great in terms of the detail. Again, I'll drop some of these below so you can check them out. In good lighting right here, like in the restaurant, this is a very nice photo actually, and this one right here is also well lit, good detail on the ridge wallet. But things like this portrait here, very soft around the hair for my wife, just not necessarily the best in most situations compared to something like the Galaxy S10 Plus or the Pixel 3. even the Pixel 3a, I've noticed that the OnePlus 7 Pro lags behind in a lot of these situations. So if you want a premium camera, if you want one of the best cameras on the market, and you really do take a lot of low light photographs, I definitely would recommend the Galaxy S10 Plus for that. If you want the best camera, I would say go with the Pixel, but since here it's, between the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Galaxy S10 Plus, I would definitely recommend Samsung for that particular category. My final reason is wireless charging. Now I know, again, wireless charging is not a big deal for everyone, but if you're someone like me who's gotten used to it, if you're a Samsung user for a long time, or if you're an iPhone user switching to Android, wireless charging might be a feature that you're so used to that you really don't want to go without that in your next phone. OnePlus always decides to omit wireless charging. It has a lot to do with keeping the cost down in their devices so they can offer a flagship for significantly less than the competition. But that is a feature that you're going to have to, again, go without, just like the IP rating, just like the headphone jack. Those are things that Samsung's device offers that the OnePlus 7 Pro simply doesn't. And if that's something you need, or wireless charging something you want, then Samsung is definitely the way to go. Anyway, guys, those are 5 quick reasons why you might want to consider the Galaxy S10 Plus over the OnePlus 7 Pro. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Remember, you can visit the sponsor of today's video, .site Domains, and get a domain name for your website. You can use the code DOPETECHDAY to get 50% off today. I'll drop the link in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.